Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Simanye Mavume. If you are new to my channel, hopefully you like what you see. You smash the subscribe button and you join the Yay family. If you are a returning subby, welcome back to another video. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing like a short story time about a little situation that we got ourselves into. It was a bit traumatic, that situation, but you know what, let me just get straight up into it. So it was about, I think, 2019. I was at Cubana Greenpoint with my friend Afika. So we were turning up all night. It's nice, the vibes. Now it's at the end of the night, you know, they switch on the lights in the club, everybody go. So now we're standing outside, we're about to order our Uber, and then these two guys come up to us and then like they start talking where to. I'm gonna give them like code names just so it's easier to keep track of what's going on. So the first guy, the one who wanted me, let's call him Jerome. And then the second guy, the one who wanted Afika, I guess, let's call him Patrick. Okay, so Jerome and Patrick, these are not their real names, obviously, just code names for the purpose of the story. Okay, so we're standing outside, and they pull up, and they're like chatting us up, and they're like, "Come on, like the night is still young. Let's go, like continue the party at Jerome's place." We're like, okay, cool. And Jerome's place was not far. Obviously, again, we make sure like wherever we go, we're girls in South Africa, so we know what's up. Wherever you go, you always have to text like the address, send the location, the room number, whatever like information is necessary. So obviously we send that to our friends. We go with these two guys and we go hang out at Jerome's place. So we get to Jerome's place, like it's nice vibes. We're chilling, we're drinking some more, we're having laughs, we're listening to music. Like it's a nice vibe. It's genuinely very cool. There were no issues up until when we were leaving. So I was charging my phone, right? And then Patrick is like, he wants to go home. So then me and Afika are also like, yeah, sure, let's like, I mean, it's in the morning now. Let's go let's go home. Let's get back to Rez. So we leave, we go downstairs, and then only when we were downstairs do I realize, Bana, no man, I left my phone. Where is it? So we go back upstairs. I think it was me and Patrick. I'm not sure if Afika came with us, but I think me and Patrick who went upstairs. Because Patrick tried calling the friend, and the friend was like, no, yeah, nah, he's sleeping, like he's in bed. Can't have been sleeping if he was answering the call, so he was in bed and he doesn't want to get up. So we're like, no, it's fine, like we'll come upstairs, you just gotta bring the phone to the door. Cool. We go upstairs, we knock on Jerome's door. Hi, about Jerome? Doesn't want to come. Hi, about Jerome? His friend is calling him like, bruh, like the girl wants a phone, just give her a phone. Like, you just gotta get up, get the phone, bring it to the door, and you can get back to bed. You know. I guess I know Jerome not having it. Wasn't having it. He's like, no, I'm tired, I'm too lazy to get up. Mind you, the apartment is not that big. It's not like he would have had to walk like miles and miles. Obviously I'm exaggerating, but it wouldn't have had to walk like a very long distance to get to where the phone was. It was just like a few meters, like 10 meters or so, and then to the door. So I didn't understand, it wasn't making sense. It was, you know, it was getting weird, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this man, but I need my phone so I can go. Like, anyway, so Patrick is trying this man. Patrick is confused af because Patrick and Jerome are friends. But Patrick is also like, why is Jerome behaving like this? Like, let's just give you your phone. Um, so at that point, I think there were like some noise complaints or something in the building. So now the security comes to us and they're like, "What's going on? We're getting noise complaints from some of the other residents here. So like, what's going on?" So I tell him, I'm like, "No, this man inside here has my phone, but he doesn't want to give it to me. Yeah, well, doesn't want to get up out of his bed is his reason." Security's like, they can't do anything. They can't open like somebody's private apartment. Um, so that was that. We must just keep it down. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, fine. I'm like, no, it's just not gonna work for me. Oh, and then Jerome is like, no, you must come back tomorrow to come get your phone. I'm like, Jane, you Jerome. Jane, you Jerome. Jane, I don't know you. Let's start there. I don't know you. I'm not gonna leave my phone with you. Let's start there. Secondly, how am I supposed to request an Uber to get back to his place without my phone? How am I supposed to contact him without my phone? So that like I can meet up with him to get my phone without my phone. It was getting weird. But anyway, so I stood there like, knocking and whatever. The friend is trying to call Patrick, trying to call, like he's trying. So eventually Jerome opens the door. He lets me in. I think Patrick had gone downstairs at that point to be with Afia because Afia was waiting downstairs by herself in the lobby. So he went to her. And then I went inside to get my phone. I walked to where my phone was. I'm like, it's not here. Where's my phone? So I asked this man, I'm like, where's my phone? He doesn't tell me. I don't want to laugh because like that behavior was just so weird to me. Okay, he doesn't tell me. So now I'm looking around for this phone. I look. Did I not find the phone under his pillow? I found the phone under his pillow. And I'm like, why is my phone under your pillow? And Mercy, when there've been like attempts to unlock a phone and then it tells you like that you can't use it for like 5 minutes or something. So that was, and it was like a minute or so. So I guess he hadn't been trying that long, but like it showed that he was trying to access my phone. For what reason, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And it just made me think of like when I thought of this story, of doing the story time, it was last week. And then funny enough, I came across this tweet during the weekend about this girl tweeted, "Girls, be careful. My friend went on a date yesterday and the guy stole her phone and left her with the bill." I really think I'm sure same WhatsApp group, because he was definitely trying something. I'm not sure if he was trying to like maybe access my phone to get to my banking apps, or maybe he was trying to access the phone to wipe out my Apple ID so he could sell it. I don't know what he was trying to do. But anyway, so girl, now I have the phone. I walk towards the door to get out. Does he not go in front of me? Locks the door. He takes the key and he's like, "You're not going anywhere." At this point, I'm just like, at this point, I was just so defeated. Like, first, I just had to fight, but like, I don't think you guys understand. I was outside that door, knocking on that man's door for like at least an hour. Like, he was not letting up. It wasn't like let's try him a bit and then eventually he gave it. No, it was like an hour at least. And now that I'm inside, I discovered that you took my phone and you were trying to access it, and now it's under your pillow. You hid it under your pillow. I asked you where it is, you wouldn't tell me. Now that I've found it under your pillow, I'm trying to leave and you're telling me I can't. yeah. Anyway, so now I'm just like, wait. I'm I'm defeated. I'm confused. You know what I mean? Like, how do you act when someone's like locks you in their place and like won't let you out? I'm confused, man. I think most of what I was feeling was confusion because I was like, I mean, yes, I didn't know the guy, but he seemed like a nice person, which I know doesn't really mean much because like you can't really tell, how someone is by hanging out with them for an hour or two, because people they be leading different lives, child, on the low. So you don't actually know somebody like that just from chilling with them for a few hours. But I just wasn't expecting it. Number one, and number two, like he had a nice place. I didn't understand why he was behaving like that. And then when he wouldn't let me out, I thought like, I was basically certain by it's the fact that he probably thought he was gonna smash, and now I'm saying I'm gonna leave without him smashing. So he just wasn't having it, basically. Now Afika's texting me. She's downstairs with Patrick. She's texting me like, Miss Ma'am, like you've been there for a while. What's good? I text her. I'm like, girl, this man won't let me out. Can you ask his friend Patrick to speak to his friend because wow, I, I don't know what's going on. I will say though, like he didn't touch me, but obviously that was something that I was thinking of. Like it was a scary thought in my mind, but it didn't end up happening. Anyway, so Afika tells Patrick. Patrick is calling Jerome like, why are you not letting this girl out? They even come upstairs to come knock on the door. Jerome's not having it. He's like shouting through the door, Bana, I'm not gonna let her out. And that's just that on that. That's that on that. That's on period. I was like, I'm like, sir, I understand you're mad that you're not getting any, but like this is not the way. Like, let me out. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna give you what you want. And phony, I don't want to. So it's not gonna happen. Unless you wanna go the violent route, in which case we can fight. One thing about me. I'm ready to fight at any given time. So again, yeah, we were just arguing, no Jerome. It's like, no, I don't even want you. Now he's acting like, then I'm like, okay, why won't you let me leave then? Doesn't have a reason. Nah, I don't even want you. Nah, it's not even like that. And I'm like, then why are you holding me hostage in your house? Why won't you let me go? Akayas. Hi, Sana. So now at this point, like, it's been probably another hour of me in this man's place trying to get out. I tell Afika, I'm like, ma'am. Oh, before I tell Afika, the security comes again to the door. More noise complaints, right? So now I'm speaking to the security, like through the door. He's on the other side of the door on the outside. I'm obviously locked inside. So I'm telling her, I'm like, sir, I'm locked in here. I don't want to be in here. Do something, please. And he's like, no, same thing he said earlier. Can't do anything. It's like a private matter. It's a private matter. Y'all deal with y'all problems. I'm like, sir, I don't know this man. I didn't come here like knowing that I would be locked in and not be allowed to leave. I thought we were just gonna chill and then we go home. Like, not that deep. He's like, yeah, no, I understand, but you went in there willingly, so there's nothing that I can do. I'm like, so Gengoku. And at that point, I think when the security was saying all that stuff, he was basically being dismissive and like acting like there's nothing he can do when I'm pretty sure there's a lot he could have done. But anyway, when he said that, like I walked in willingly, so that means deal with your problems, girl, because you went in there of your own free will. So when he said that, I felt like, I think that's when I started feeling like emotional because I'm like, Okay, now it's been at least an hour. At first it was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you wanna fight? Let's fight because you're not gonna touch me, whatever, whatever. But now I'm just getting defeated because I'm just like, when is this gonna end? And the one person who can help me is telling me that I came in here willingly to get my phone, which he knows because he was there before when my phone was locked inside. He's telling me that I walked in willingly. So now I'm just feeling like, sir, in this here world that we live in, and this here South Africa that we live in, where the femicide rate is like 5 times the global average, you want to tell me that just because I came in here willingly, that means there's nothing you can do? So then at what point do you feel like you should do something? Like, is it after he's hit me? Is it after he's raped me? Is it after he's killed me? Like, what degree? Where are we gonna decide to step in? When do you think? Yeah, no, it was just a lot. And if I knew like the name of that building, I'd call them out like right now, but I just can't remember since it was like 2 years ago. But I would call them out for sure because like, yeah, that security just defeated me. So at that point I was like, okay, damn, this man is useless. Jerome usamile kule nto ayithethayo uba yena is not gonna let me out. So I text Afika, I'm like, ma'am, please call the popo. Just call the police because at this point it's beyond us. And then I think maybe Patrick told the guy, or maybe I did. I think I told him. I was like, okay, no, it's fine. Actually, Suvula, like the police are on their way. It's fine. And then he's now getting angry, like, oh, I'm not scared of the police. You think just because you call the police, and I'm a foreigner, blah blah blah. He wasn't South African. He was like, yeah, let me not pretend like I know. I don't know. We didn't hang out that much. But anyway, he was not South African at the point. So he's like, oh, so you think just because I'm not South African now, like you can hold the police like over my head and whatever, whatever. I'm like, no, it's literally got nothing to do with that. And it's got everything to do with the fact that you have me hostage. I genuinely think there was something wrong with that man, like mentally speaking. Genuinely. But anyway, now he's pissed, he's pissed at the police now. The South African police this, South African police that. I'm like, yo, a lot was happening that day. But then eventually, I don't know what came over Jerome, but after like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even, it was a while. Like it was a while that I was locked up in there, and he wouldn't let me leave. And then eventually, he let me out. I went downstairs, and then I think it was because the police were like, it was like an imminent thing, like the police are coming, like are in. So I think that's why he decided, man, let me let this hand out, because he sounded like he had issues with the police before. So he's not trying to get into more issues again. So we went downstairs, and now he's like all angry. He's shouting at everybody. He's shouting at his friend, Patrick. Patrick was such a quiet guy. Like, he just seemed like one of those like soft people. Like, he was very quiet and spoke calmly and whatever. And you could tell that he was genuinely confused and shocked and disgusted by the situation himself. Because he was also like, sir, like, what are you doing? He's shouting at his friend Patrick, he's shouting at the security, and you, do you know how much I pay in this place? And blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so that was my mini story time about how I was a hostage for a few hours. But on the real though, it was quite a traumatic experience, and I remember me and Africa being just so shook. Even on the way home, like in the Uber, we were just like, I cannot believe that just happened. Like, we could have just got home from Kibana. Like, we don't know we're inviting problems in our life. So it's just like a cautionary tale. Just be careful, because not all niggas are like that. Not all niggas like behave that way, but some have a tick. So you just have to be careful. But like, at least at the end of the day, like, should anything have happened, um, like maybe to both me and Afika, then we had our details like sent to our friends on the group chat, like Masejo and Smogile. So not our details, sorry, the details of the people that we were with, like location, etc. So it's just like a cautionary tale. If you guys ever find yourselves in a situation where it's like, hey, Mandi, let's not go home, change locations, or what they do. Yeah, especially with the curfew now, like it's very common indoor of um, let's take the party elsewhere. So I just want y'all to be careful, child. Now come on now. Yeah, just be careful. I think I thought of that story like to do a story time on because one, it is like a very traumatizing story that happened to me and I thought I should share. But also because of like what I just mentioned now with the curfew, I think it's more common now since curfew is so damn early that like people will want to have after parties and go elsewhere. And I just want everybody to please stay safe. Stay safe. Always make sure you send your friends details of where you are, who you're with, number plates, room numbers, anything that might help somebody identify the people that you were with. Should anything happen, God forbid. But yeah, just make sure to be safe at all times. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. Hopefully you were just as shook as I was. I feel like I didn't get across just how scary the situation was. But like now, because I'm over it, it's not as easy for me to get myself back there. Otherwise, I have to really put myself in that mental situation, which is obviously going to be emotionally traumatic. But I hope you enjoyed the story, and yeah, just be careful of Jerome.